what does the new measures of success look like? So if I'm a customer experience leader, what do you think is my measure of success at the end of this year or a couple of years down the road? So what do you recommend should be the new measures of success? Has that changed? Right? Maybe we start with Pranay. Pranay, what is the new measure of success I should put for myself?
I think it's an amazing question, because the answers now is probably different from, when a company started their financial year or when they locked in their strategy for the year. And I'll talk to it from two perspectives. One is a CX practitioner, but the other one is from someone who owns a P&L, right? As we've come out of this situation now, getting back into the new normal, there's massive pressure in securing our cash positions, right? So there's a massive expectation for us to keep as many jobs as we can, pay our bills on time, and ensure that we survive. And that goes for many businesses. I think the number one measure that most of our clients or CX practitioners will be looking for through the lenses of cost to serve, right? I think cost will be a pretty significant topic. Priorities will change. And this lens, we're just going to double down on this lens. How do we ensure that whether it's cost per transaction or product or service, how do we actually deliver that at an optimal cost, at the same time not compromise quality?
Excellent. So according to you, the number one priority is, hey, I got to save money. Top line is not growing or maybe even reducing in the near term for many, many companies. Preserve capital, and therefore reducing cost to serve is the number one criteria. Hey, Dave, do you agree? He's saying we could cut costs.
No, I'm going to have to disagree with my esteemed colleague, Pranay, because right now, businesses are trying to survive, right? So yes, they need to cut costs, but they also need to make sure that customers continue to come and do business with them. So we've got to continue to provide service that is easy, accessible, and this is the new normal going forward. Now people are looking at, okay, we've been experiencing things like Zoom and so forth. So we need to move into new technologies that support things like video chat and so forth, all the while still providing a easy to access good experience. So customer service, I think, is most important.
So you're saying we will define new measures of CX success. So
absolutely.
We will move away from measures such as average handling time to say, right, how much do you engage? What is my engagement ratio? Just like an e-commerce company, they maybe judge.
Yeah, those need to go out the window. It needs to be more around that, resolving things immediately, to the point, and with a satisfaction metric at the end of it.
Okay.
I'll just raise one more thing, if I may. I do not disagree that customer experience is important, but everything we're saying, video chat, all this has been available for the longest of time, and businesses have not implemented this. Now there's a massive pressure on our balance sheets. So how are we going to go about implementing this? This is the crux of the challenge that all CX practitioners will now have to answer.
And fortunately, we now have some good examples of customers like the one that Jean-Marc and Tim spoke about. So now we'll be able to going forward, which is really good for all of us.
So cost to serve. Second is new measures of customer engagement. And Jean-Marc, he will say every customer has their own AI bot.
No, not really. I really agree. I agree with both Pranay and Dave here. I'm more something in between. I've been ahead of digital commerce for more than 10 years. And the only thing you look at is traffic and conversion, right? If you apply this to the service or the customer service industry, it's adoption and conversion. But if you spend a lot of cost doing something, doing automation systems, AI or not AI, and adoption is not there, the only thing you're spending is cost. There's no way. There's no impact. No, you're not saving anything. You don't create any outcome. So usually it goes together. So actually, when you create a great experience around it, it drives adoption. And if you do it well, it drives conversion. If it drives conversion, it impacts your bottom line, and from a P&L point of view, it's visible. So that's really as simple. It's not new, but I think we forgot it a bit with some of the initiatives we've seen the past years.
Hey, Tim. Sorry, I maybe jumped the queue. So cost, engagement, Google delivers both, is it?
Well, so I'll add another perspective. And again, as a technology company, so all the points that I've heard from Pranay and Dave and Jean-Marc, all relevant, all very important. From my point of view, and I'm going to mix some metaphors here, but I see that AI and automation, it's the glue, the bridge, stitching personalization together. Perhaps glue doesn't stitch. Maybe I need to be thinking about a needle and some thread. But stitching this personalization, this hyper personalization together, which helps those CX leaders achieve success, maybe across all these metrics. So a better customer experience, a more personalized experience should mean customers are more satisfied. Therefore, your CSAT scores go up, your engagement scores go up. Agents are then seen not as transaction engines, but as specialists. And again, because it's technology, all this should be done while keeping costs down. Who knows? Maybe AI is the answer to all of this.